This is Down to the Wire 513.
Everybody else can shut up. It is time.
Ooh, fly man ring.
Back in the building, man.
Yo, we in the building. We back.
Make sure y'all follow us on everything Down to the Wire 513. Yo, Down to the Wire 513 playoff recap weekends. Brother, how you feeling?
Hey, feeling great, brother. Feeling good, feeling great. Back in the building. How you feeling, bro?
Tired.
Boy. I was a little off here. I know what you've been going through, man. Lack of sleep, man. T was up and I don't think I did anything for Columbus. They got anything for Columbus?
No, if they do, I don't know. But yeah.
I don't know.
I tell you what, I'm gonna need a nap for that before the fight tonight, boy.
Man, yeah, you better take a long one because we got a long day ahead of you, man. They ain't fighting probably till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. So you got a lot of time to take a nap for sure.
But no, I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Down to the Wire 513, man. We say this each and every show, man. We do our weekly podcast every Wednesday about 8:30, 8:45-ish, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure y'all check out episode 279. We just knocked out this past week. 280 will be this upcoming Wednesday, man. But
Yes, sir, man. If y'all usually watch it, it's in the live tab on the YouTube channel, man. This is gonna be a little bit different. It should be in the videos tab, but make sure y'all go check out our episodes, man. For sure,
man. I said, man, playoffs. Like I said, man, we in playoff season, man. So games happening every day. We can't be waiting every Wednesday to keep y'all updated about what's going on. So we
too much going on. A lot going on.
Right, maybe NBA Finals get here. We might be able to slow it down a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
These early rounds, we got to get them in. So yeah, man, let's go hop right into it, man. So our last show was Wednesday. Obviously, we were on when Lakers lost.
Should have won.
Yeah,
missed opportunity there, big time missed opportunity. I think he practiced with the team yesterday, I believe. Say he still is struggling, still has a lot of pain, still having a hard time catching passes, is what the report says.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. What you think? You think he gonna go?
Nah, not tonight.
You don't think so?
I think because they won game 2, like tonight's not a must win for them. So like even if they do drop game 3, at worst, like I said, they'll go back down. If he can't play game 4, at worst they can go back down game 3-1, going back to Memphis. But
yeah,
I think game 4 he plays for sure.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And even if I'm Memphis, I would definitely yield on the side of caution and not play him tonight. They look a little bit better without him, offensively and defensively, honestly. Mm-hmm. I said this on Twitter during game 1. Josh's defense is not great. He gambles a lot. He reminds me of like Westbrook on defense. He gambles a lot. He tries a little bit harder. I don't want to say try harder Westbrook, but he's a little bit more solid than Westbrook, but he gambles a lot on defense. His defense is not great. He can't shoot great either. He shot 30% from 3 this year. Tyus Jones is, I think, definitely a better shooter than Ja, and he's a little bit more of a more disciplined defender, which for that team helps him out.
Yeah, I mean, and we've seen it with Memphis. I mean, they played with Ja, not just this season, but last season as well. They played numerous games, like plenty of games, like a season's worth of games, basically, without Ja lineup. So they feel confident in playing without Ja. But tonight, what I'm interested to see, man, Dylan Brooks versus LeBron, boy.
Man, LeBron brushed it off yesterday, saying he not with the bullshit. It's gonna be a good game tonight. I'm gonna go on a limb. If we don't see LeBron come out and have like I don't want to say he has to like draw and drop 40, 50. If he don't come out and have like a dominant performance, I'm gonna say he's a little bit washed, man. I'm gonna say it because the way he brushed it off yesterday was like he's focused, super focused. I'm not worried about that bullshit. I'm not gonna talk them shit back to him. I'm gonna go out here and show him on the court. It's the way it appeared yesterday. He didn't say that, of course, but the way it appeared was like he all business. So traditionally, LeBron will come out here and piece up Dylan Brooks easily. So if you don't come out here, like I said, he ain't got to 40, but he needs to come out here and look more sharp than he's been looking in the last three weeks, I would say.
For sure.
If he doesn't, I think he's washed.
For sure. I mean, because he dropped 28 in game 2, but that was a very quiet.
Quiet, man.
I mean, and just going back, like I said, to the Ja thing real quick. Like I said, it's easy for to sit Ja when our others with the Lakers aren't playing well. Like everybody who showed up in game 1 disappeared in game 2 outside of Rui and Reeves.
Yeah, about to say Rui put up 20 again. Yeah, he had a decent game, but hey, everybody else, like you said, non-existent.
So that's gonna be the fact. I mean, that's gonna be the factor all series long. Because Memphis can't, like I said, they play without Ja. They have the ability to go on and win on the road.
They do.
It's just gonna come down. It's just gonna come down to can our others step up.
They do.
They should be able to being at home.
They should, man. D-Lo, need you to step up, bro. Those comments after the game, I don't like them. Talking about somehow you can't look at me as a point guard. I'm just a basketball player. Like, bro, what are you talking about? Just shut up. Just deflect that question and get back to just saying, hey, I'm just here to hoop. Don't even bring up the negative connotation and like, hey, I'm just being changed here, because it sounds like you're crying right now. And we don't want to hear that.
Yeah, bro, we all love D-Lo. We all love D-Lo. We was in favor for the Lakers drafting him when he got drafted here the first go around. But I swear, bro, he in his press conference, but he be like overthinking his answers,
man,
bro.
Just keep it simple, bro. Keep it simple, and keep it just to where the media can't take a negative approach to whatever you're saying. So just think, whatever you say, I don't say the media don't like him, but there's a lot of people out here that don't like D-Lo. So
Right.
if he says something that's on the line, they're gonna take it as negative, and he has to be aware of that.
Yep, for sure. So game 3 tonight, 10 o'clock, right before the tank.
Fight, man.
So tap in on ESPN.
And AD, bro, I'm tired of hearing you after the game saying my bad. I'm tired of hearing that, bro. We heard that way too many times this season. After the game, you just I take full responsibility for it. We can't expect to win with me playing this way. Man, we heard that way too many times. We heard that 25 times this season, bro. Shut up and go out there and ball. If you don't ball, I don't want to hear sorry no more. I don't want to hear it.
Facts, bro. It's playoffs. AD, you've been in this league long enough. You know playoffs is put up or shut up. All that my bad shit don't work in the playoffs.
Tired of hearing it, man. Tired of hearing it. It was cool the first time. Like, all right, he's taking accountability. After the third time, I was like, all right, this how many charges we gonna get? How many charges we gonna get? At this point, you're not sorry because you keep doing it.
Yeah, and that's what we missing that guy on the team. Like, bro, all right, AD, like you said, basically, first time's cool, but now we don't want to hear that shit no more. Just go out here and hoop, do what you're capable of doing, bro. Yeah, season's on the line. So
season on the line tonight is a must win for the Lakers, I would say.
And I agree with that.
Especially if Ja out.
You get them confidence that they can win without Ja back-to-back games. Yeah.
It's over. I'm sorry. If we lose this game tonight, especially without Ja, if Ja come back and we lose, still disappointing. But if Ja is out and we lose this game tonight, yeah, like I said, AD and LeBron, that little duo needs to be over. If we lose this game tonight, if we lose the series and Ja misses more than 2 games, to wrap it up. Do something.
I'm with you. 100% with you. All right. Well, so game 3 tonight. As we labeled this show, man, will injuries ruin the NBA playoffs? I mean, we already touched on Ja's injury.
Got some new ones to touch on. We talked about the injuries last week too. So we had some big injuries last week, but we got some big ones.
Couple of new ones. Kawhi is about to miss back-to-back games with knee sprains, what they're calling it.
Yeah, left or right. I don't know what knee it is, but the same knee he had the ACL tear, but it says doesn't have anything to do with the ACL tear. But yeah, he has a knee sprain. And I said he sprained it in game 1.
Yeah.
And he played game 2 with the sprained knee, obviously. And they didn't play game 3. Which they still had a chance to win. Like you said off air, T, if they have Kawhi, they probably win that game.
So, I mean, obviously no Kawhi this afternoon for game 4. Man, Clippers, honestly, bro, they missed another opportunity. Another chance. You almost hate to say it because, I mean, but guys ain't getting no younger. This could be they like they best opportunity, last chance of.
And when you look at the landscape of the West, this probably was one of the best years for them just to be healthy and to go out there and really put a healthy team on the floor and see what happens. Because I've been saying all year, there was no clear cut favorite team in the West all year, and still there's not.
Yeah, every team in the West has their flaws. So
missed opportunity, like you said, man, missed opportunity.
Huge missed opportunity, and I mean, how much do you put? I mean, because really, we don't know from the outside looking in how bad it is for Kawhi, but like you said off air, like you load manage all year, get to the playoffs, and you still hurt.
Like what's the purpose? Like, what are we doing here? Like, we take precautions to make sure this doesn't happen and to make sure you're, at as close as to 100% as you can be, and you still get hurt. So it's like, what else can we do?
Yeah. And how bad could it be? I mean, because honestly, if you go back and look at it, remember the Raptors run? He was playing on a bad knee that whole from the conference finals on.
Yeah,
didn't miss a game.
Yep.
So now honestly, and I love Kawhi. I'm a Kawhi supporter, but honestly, you have to question his heart at this point. Like, how much do you want it?
And we got a question too. That was a contract year.
Yeah, exactly.
That was a contract year, bro. So why was he playing? Probably because, hey, I want to go out here and prove to everybody that I can muster up the strength to play through these tough games. I happen to win a championship out of it. I have even more clout now than I would have if we just lost. Now he got the contract again. Now he re-signed with them again for a max extension, I think last year. So there's no kind of consequence if he doesn't play. There's no consequence right now. Like, okay, we're not going to trade him. His contract, his money is still guaranteed. Like, what are you going to do? He has no consequence for missing right now.
Man, we said it on the show during that time the run with the Raptors. Like he could go down and be, like I said, if his heart and was there, bro, he could have been one of the greatest to ever do this, bro.
Yeah, easily, bro. Because on both sides of the floor, he already won Defensive Player of the Year twice already, right?
Yep.
And he had 2 Finals MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
He never put together a full season to even be in the MVP race. So I mean, if he would have did that, just think if he had the MVP under his belt right now, with 2 Finals MVPs, 2 rings or 3 rings, because he got 2 in San Antonio, right?
I've only got 1.
Maybe it's only 1. I'm not sure, but still, he would be looked at in the light up there with some of the guys like I don't want to say the career, but he would be up there higher than he is right now.
Facts.
He will be low key on the same level. It's like a KD, bro.
Yeah. And honestly, you could. I said outside the regular season MVPs, you could honestly put him maybe above KD. You know, KD has what? KD got what? 2
Finals MVPs. Kawhi got 2 Finals MVPs too, though. He got 2. He only got 1 MVP. Though, 1 regular season MVP. That's what I'm saying. If Kawhi was able to put together a season to get MVP, he had 1 MVP under his belt. He'd be in the same like a KD.
That's
of course,
fair.
he wouldn't have the career points and everything because he probably would miss more seasons. But just think if he would play 75% of his games throughout his career, he would probably easily be looked at in his light as a KD if he had these same accolades.
Yeah, I mean, and at that point, it will become pick your poison. Do you want the killer offense in KD, or do you want a guy who can do both? Like, no disrespect to KD, like his defense has improved over time, but
he's no Defensive Player of the Year. He's never been in the race for Defensive Player of the Year. So let's just keep it 100. Kawhi is Defensive Player of the Year twice, and he was known for that foremost. For a long time. Before he really broke out of his shell offensively. In his later years in San Antonio, but this and
his rings way more.
Yeah, his ring. That one in Toronto. even though he did beat a hurt and hobble Golden State, with KD being hurt, hey, that still holds a lot of weight because he got through Philly. The shot he made against Philly was one of the most iconic shots in NBA playoff history, still to this day.
He got through Giannis.
Yes, went through Giannis. And then went through the Monster Warriors team. You know, they were hurt still. Had to go through Steph. Steph was out there playing. And Steph is, I don't care how you look at KD, Steph is better all time than KD. So he still went through that team with their best player.
Clay
So
didn't
if
get hurt.
he had to put, he didn't get hurt too late in the series. So if he's had to put together, you know, a season and win MVP, possibly he would be like I said, looking at the lights of a KD. But this goes to show, man. So it's like Stephen A. said, he's the most unreliable superstar of all time.
Wow. And we know how Stephen A. feels about Kyrie.
Yeah. And I ain't a huge fan of Stephen A., but I can't deny that. I can't disagree with that. You know, when you look at the history, it just speaks for itself. He's just unreliable, man. Unreliable.
That's facts. And I mean, so going from Kawhi's injury to now Joel Embiid's injury, he's out with I think he got what, knee sprain too?
Knee sprain as well, yeah. And it happened on a play where he tried to block a shot. I think he might actually block the shot. On that play where he got hurt. But hey, karma for him, man. I thought he maybe got hurt when he tried to kick Nick Claxton, but I guess it wasn't that play.
before we get in that, keep it on his injury right now. I think this is precautionary. I think if this was a do or die situation, I think he plays. But they're up 3-0 on Brooklyn. I mean, if they sweep, great, because more time to rest him. But
definitely.
If Brooklyn wins a game, it's like, okay, you still get the rest. So
I don't know, T. As we hopped on here, man, I think it'll be report notification that Embiid could miss more games. Not sure how serious this is, but I know he has the heart to try to come back and play it out. I don't think Kawhi's coming back. I'm just gonna put that out there and speak on that before we got up Kawhi. He's not coming back this season, whether they make it this round or not. He's not coming back. Joel Embiid's gonna come back. I think he's gonna, especially if let's say he gets to the 3-2, he's coming back in that game 6. He's coming back for sure.
Yeah.
So like you said, I think if it was like finals, he's playing. I think right now they're being a little bit, you know, a little bit careful, as they should be, just with history. So
yeah,
I think he'll be okay though,
for sure. Now to the kick that almost connected, boy. Hey,
he hit him. He just didn't hit him where he wanted to hit him at, but he hit him.
Yeah. Questionable decision on which flagrant should have been. They gave him a flagrant 1, which honestly, man, kicking a man in that area, bro, you almost got to fight at that point.
Yeah, man. At that point, I'm swinging. I don't care if he's on the ground. I'm swinging down at the ground trying to hit him. I don't care.
Yeah, you as men, we all know don't swing in that area at all. But yeah, man, questionable officiating. They gave him a flagrant 1, and some people say that was worse than what Draymond did to Sabonis when Draymond stomped on his chest.
I would think so. I would agree with that.
So I mean, and we talked about it off air. Embiid has a history of doing dirty shit on the court.
He does, especially when he get mad. He does dirty shit.
NBA dropped the ball on that one. I'm just going. The refs, they dropped the ball on that one. And Embiid, as much as you hate you don't want to see a superstar get ejected that early on the game. That was some foul shit. He deserved to be ejected.
I agree. Flagrant 2 ejection, not suspension, but he should have been ejected, out of the game, and fined. Not sure I think flagrant 2 he gets fined anyway, but fined more than a normal rate for a flagrant 2. Because I don't care what. Of course, Nick Claxton should have tried to walk over him like he did. But there's multiple things Joel Embiid could have did besides try to kick him. I'm gonna say try to kick him. He kicked him. Besides kick him and delay or the hamstring, wherever he kicked him at. He aimed for the nuts. We all know what he aimed for. And the NBA's, definition of, the flagrant, whatever the rule is, they try to come back and say, well, the intention, we can't really, see intent. We all know he tried to kick him and he kicked him. Like, that's not, you can't argue that. I think you can argue the fact that it was arguable if Draymond tried to stump on him. Now you can say after the fact you definitely pushed off and got off of him with them, but that was a result of him holding his leg while he tried to move. Nick Claxton had no part of Joel Embiid's body tangled up. Joel Embiid could have, if Joel Embiid just stood there, laid there, and nothing happened, he would have walked over him. He could have got up and pushed him or something like that, or he could have tried to trip him or something like that. But trying to kick him the way he kicked him was just foul, man.
And obviously, and fortunately, his teammate later in that game, James Harden, suffered for that. James Harden, it was a bad. I think it was just a basketball play. I mean, maybe she drew.
I think so too.
A technical or something, but I think it was just a basketball play. But it seems James Harden elbowed. I forget who was guarding at that time, but
I think it was Royce O'Neal.
But basically, yeah, James Harden basically trying to make a move offensively, put his arm out and hit above. It hit above. It didn't hit him directly, but hit above that area. And then they reviewed that and they ejected James Harden for that. So that was easy. We talked off air. That was just a makeup call for a missed call in that first half.
Yep, I think so as well. Like you said, I think it was a basketball play. They had Steve Jabby on NBA Today, I think yesterday, talking about it. And he said James Harden had both hands on the ball and took one hand off the ball to make that move. I don't think he was thinking that through, like, yeah, I'm going to move this hand and hit him right there. I don't think he was trying to do that. I think that's like a normal move James Harden does. He does that all the time. It just happened to hit him in a bad spot, So if you want to give him a technical or a flagrant one for where the hit landed, okay. But to eject him from the game for that, I think that's bullshit.
For sure. That was game 3. Other than the bullshit technicals, anything else in game 3 from either Brooklyn or Philly side stand out?
Not really, man. This series has been kind of going the way I expected it to go, honestly. Tyrese Maxey looks pretty good, and like I said off air, Peter Tucker's he's not making a lot of shots, not playing good offensively, but he's making all the little plays, like the loose ball plays, offensive rebounds. He's making all those kind of plays for him.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly just been Tyrese Maxey series. Honestly. So him just gaining that confidence. So, and this is gonna be huge for him, especially deeper Philly goes in the playoffs. Does Philly end it today? They're about to tip off here in about 30 minutes. Does Philly end it today, or does Brooklyn force a game 5?
With no Embiid, I think Brooklyn will force game 5.
I'm right there with you. Because even on the road, even with a healthy Philadelphia team, Philly only beat them by 5 at home. So Brooklyn shows that, they still fight, and at home, I think just being at home gives them extra boost. So I'm with you. I think Brooklyn forces a game 5, but the series will be over when it goes
fairly quickly. Hopefully, Cam Thompson plays better, man. I'm a big fan of Cam Thompson, but he is not playing good, and it's just like the little shit. Like offensive, of course, he's missing shots, but defensively, he looks terrible. Terrible, man. Terrible. So I see what Jack Vaughn was talking about. Like, yeah, he put up 40-something points, but he can't give up 50-something. That's what he does. Like, not from one player, but his cumulative points he gives up easily way more than he makes. So he gotta, smarten up on defense.
Facts. All right. I know this series doesn't resume till tomorrow, but we didn't get a chance to talk about them on Thursday. Golden State got a
big time win.
Huge win, game 3.
No Draymond.
You said what?
Said with no Draymond.
Yeah, no Draymond. I mean, but like I said, we said it went. We said it like they offensively they're better without Draymond.
Yeah.
But for me, that's that game. It just Golden State doing what they're supposed to do. Backs against the wall, champs. They haven't been down 2-0 before, but going back to home court, they did what they're supposed to do. Wiggins, he stepped up offensively, which is what was my key for him to get that win. Because you had to take pressure off of Steph. Had to. So Wiggins stepped up, made huge plays offensively, and everybody else too, man. Like the Golden State as a team played much better at home. You see, they gave that confidence at home, but still questionable. Even though they beat Sacramento by 17, you have to win on the road.
Yeah, and they're still not good when Steph's off the court. Like when Steph's on the bench, man, they really struggle. When he came back out there, they turned up. But when he's on the bench, Sacramento came back and almost took over the game. So he has to him and Steve Curry got to find some good combinations. He went to Moses Moody, he had a couple threes, but he really has to find a good mix that that they can rely on when Steph's not on the court, because it ain't looking too good when he's out on the court.
Facts. Predictions tomorrow. The Golden State tied up at 2, or the Sacramento take command in 3-1 lead?
Yeah, Golden State has some momentum right now. That big win without Draymond at home again. I think Golden State ties the series 2-2.
I'm going someone upset. I'm going Sacramento on the road.
I ain't mad at that.
I said, as much as we talked about, like I said, the guys, everybody making big shots in Game 3, I don't see that happening back-to-back games in Game 4. Sacramento's much deeper, like you said. Unless Steph plays all 48, once he's out the game, I don't see them. I don't see it being able to keep up late with Sacramento. So I'm going Sacramento upset on the road.
If I think Sacramento keep it close, definitely can happen. If they keep it within 7 points, last like 6 minutes, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be real tough. And also, if they get Keegan Murray to hit some shots, man, I know his confidence is down, but I know Sabonis is trying to pick him up, man. If he hits some shots, they're gonna be in business.
Facts. But hey, I'll tell you what though, Sacramento, if they do go up 3-1, they better end it soon, because we all know the history of Game 6 Clay.
Game 6 Clay, man. They better, man.
They better get it done, because if they get to Game 6,
yeah, if Golden State wins this game, all the pressure is going to be on Sacramento back home.
Sure.
So if they end up losing Game 5 at home, and then got to go back to Golden State for Game 6,
it's over.
Oh shit, man!
Like
you said, Game 6 will come out.
It's coming out. I'm calling it.
It's gonna be a high pressure situation for sure. So, it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, Golden State did what they're supposed to. Did what they're supposed to in Game 3. I think Sacramento bounces back in a big way, and this is about to be De'Aaron Fox's game. Another De'Aaron Fox game, because he already had.
He be killing it, man.
Yeah.
Clutch player of the year for a reason.
Facts. That is facts. Down to the wire, 513 playoff recap. Make sure to tap in with us on everything down to the wire. 513 Google us is the best way to find us. Last night, we'll go ahead. We'll start with Atlanta. We'll start with the Atlanta one. I was about to start with the Knicks Cavs, but we'll get to that one next. Celtics Hawks. For me in that game, DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, they just outplayed Tatum and Brown.
Yep.
But they did what they're supposed to do, that defend home court, which is what they did.
Yeah, that was a huge win for them.
That was the key. And I mean, the fact that, and Boston hit, I think, 15 threes in the first half.
Yeah.
And second half they only hit, I think, 4. I mean, that's the difference.
They did most of their work in the first quarter, and after that, they kind of like, all right, we got this shit. It's over.
Mm-hmm.
Trae Young, DeJounte Murray didn't stop. They kept going. Bogey, helped out too. He had a one long one. I thought, what is he doing shooting this shit? This shit went in. I was like, oh shit! All right, they feeling it. But yeah, huge win for them, for that team. Hopefully, get them some confidence. I want to see this series go longer than 5. I don't think it is though, but hopefully get them confidence to come out strong next game.
Yeah, they did what they're supposed to do, because this Hawks team is not supposed to be this low. They shouldn't be an 8 seed.
Nah. It's a bad matchup for them, man. Like, terrible matchup.
For sure. And honestly, it's going to take another Trae Young, DeJounte Murray if they want to have a chance to tie the series at 2. I still got Boston winning in 5, though. I'm with you on that. But if they want to have any chance of going back to Boston 2-2, it's going to have to take an even better performance from Trae and DeJounte.
Yep, they're going to need them to drop like 65 combined points, like 65, 70 combined points, because, like you said, they need some huge games from them. I think Tatum and Brown coming out playing better than they played in Game 3.
Yeah, and Horford didn't play good for Boston this game. Like
Yeah.
Marcus Smart was third wheel for this game in game 3.
Yeah, he played pretty good. He had some big time threes. I was
Yeah.
shocked. I didn't even make them shits. I was shocked. Not gonna lie.
Now he dealing with a back injury because he fell hard late in the game,
Yeah,
kind of like Giannis
nasty
did.
ball. Yeah, man. Just update on Kawhi. Chris Haynes reports there is no return timetable for Kawhi, or no return timetable for Kawhi. Like I said, he ain't coming back.
It's over.
He ain't coming back.
Damn, it's
He must be watching. He must gonna watch this after we put this up because he ain't coming back.
It's over. Well, good job, Phoenix. You avoided one.
Yeah.
You avoided one. Knicks Cavs. Dominant performance by the Knicks in game 3. That just looked like for real. That just like a Cavs team inexperienced.
Yeah, and overmatched, man. Physically, just overmatched because the Knicks defense held them to like what 89 points, 79. How many points they have?
Yeah, I mean
89 or some shit. It was low. Whatever it was.
That was honestly that was a 1990s type playoff game.
That defense was stifling, man. Like they held them, shut them down, man. RJ Barrett hit some shots too. Shout out RJ Barrett. Yeah, he played great. Julius Randle again. Jalen Bronson again. Man, they look really good at home. Like they look really good at home. The defense was, like I said, looks very stifling at home. So if they could put together another game like that defensively,
it's over.
It's over, man. It's over. Series is over.
Yes. The RJ, like I just said, RJ Barrett game. He's been quiet the first 2 games. Came home, like basically won them the first half. Gave Brunson time to find his rhythm, which he took over late in the second half. On top of RJ Barrett still hitting some timely shots. Yeah, like I said, man, this got to be. I think the Cavs are still 1 year away. Like I said, they're honestly overachieved this year. Like next year, like a year from now this is what they're supposed to be. They overachieved this year, but it's gonna be a good learning experience, win or lose, even if they advance or they lose to the Knicks. It's gonna be a learning experience for the young guys. Like, okay, we know what it takes to win and try to move on in the series. Shout out D Rose, man. We got a D Rose sighting last night.
D Rose sighting, man. Shout out D Rose, man. Legend.
Man, I'm sorry, my guy.
Man.
That's what he has to resort to, but he's still making money, so
yeah, he still got Adidas shoes dropping too every year. So shout out D Rose, man.
Legend.
Keep him in the league, man. Long live D Rose. Keep him in the league.
How you said, legend, Chi-Town legend. To the final game from last night that we both said we didn't really watch much of at all.
Nah.
Woke up this morning with read the recaps and I've seen the highlights, so we just gonna give you that. But
keep it real, y'all.
Basically, from this is Nuggets just showing that they just showed how dominant they were. Yep. I mean, hell, and it's clearly even going out of game 3 when Minnesota had a chance. Hey, man, if Ant can be consistent scoring a rock like he did these past 2 games, it's a wrap.
He's the guy, man. He's the guy for sure for them. He's the guy because Cat is showing he ain't it.
And he's about to follow that long line of guys in Minnesota, the KGs, the Kevin Loves. He's not gonna be able to win up in Minnesota. He's gonna have to leave.
Yeah.
Go ahead, get your extension now. Like I said, because that's the most money you get. Go ahead, get your extension now. But your second contract, by the time you're 27, 28, it's time to bounce, brother.
Yeah, they're showing that they don't know how to manage a roster like the whole Gobert trade. Like why? That we said it wouldn't happen. It was just a terrible move. It was a bad fit. Terrible move. You don't give away that many assets. You could have went and got, a point guard that could have helped Anthony Edwards out, down the stretch, handle the ball, or somebody that can, get them in their spots better than you have right now.
No disrespect to my guy.
Yeah, and they got him late. So no disrespect there, but they could have got like a younger, point guard, somebody, more fit, come in and do something like that. But they're just showing that they just mismanagement at an all-time high.
He doesn't fit.
Yeah,
I mean, I know why they brought him in like a rim protector, and honestly, he's barely doing that because they keeping him pick and roll, so he's not in the paint.
you're
So
not in the paint to protect the rim.
yeah, and when Jokic has said it's in top of three and pick and pop, you dead in the water. So
Yep.
it's just, man, it's bad trade overall, man. He gives nothing to him offensively. Like I said, man, like you said, with Cat, man, it's just inconsistent. I mean, last night I think he had 27, but in game 2, when Ant was leading the charge, coming back,
needed somebody to help. He was not just. So it just goes to show, man. Like I said, I don't think he's it. Unfortunately, they're stuck with Rudy. They have no way to trade him. Like nobody's gonna take him, especially for what they gave up for him. They're not gonna recoup that. So their best bet is honestly probably trying to move Cat, man. Like I said, I don't think he's it either. I don't know if you want to do that, but I would try to move Cat, bro. That's what I would try to do. Try to move Cat. Try to get some better pieces around Ant, man.
If you're gonna do that, then it has to be a guard because you can't have another big down there. Because Gobert, like I said, right now Gobert and Cat like that's too much down low. Yeah. And Cat. I mean, I know you could space Cat out. You could put him on the wing, but he ain't the best shooter. I mean, he's improved overall. Don't get me wrong. I think he shot a career best from 3 this year, but
he think he's the best big shooter of all time, which I would disagree with. But
I've not heard of Dirk Nowitzki. But I said
they gotta do something, man.
We just seen it time and time again, man. It's time for a change. Might be a time for change scenery with Cat, but because in the playoffs he just too consistent. In games and big moments when you need him, he doesn't show up.
Yeah, but I don't know what he would even garnish on the open market right now, like on a trade market, because they just paid him last year, 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yep.
That crazy max, $207 million. So if I'm a team, I wouldn't want him for that money, for that amount of money personally. But if you Minnesota, you gotta try to do something. You can't think you're gonna run this back to the same team and think it's gonna be better.
Facts. So and I mean, honestly, if Michael Porter Jr., bro, Denver, like I said, they just flexed their muscle. Michael Porter Jr. was knocking down big time. I mean, granted, they was leaving him open.
Yeah,
that wide open shots. You would have been shot 10 for 17 if you were that open.
Wide open.
Is series over? 4-0?
Yeah, this series gonna be a sweep, man. Hate to say it, because I wanted to see. This is exactly why I wanted to see OKC win that game and get this matchup with Denver. I think it still would have lost, but it would have been fun. It would have been more fun to watch. I think it would have been more competitive.
For sure. I mean, and hell, even if OKC does get swept, like I said, just see fresh new talent in the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm tired of seeing Cat underperform. Yeah, I'm cool. It was cool to see Ant Edwards get in there again and make some noise, but seeing Cat underperform, seeing his team, and they're just not very fun to watch outside of Anthony Edwards. There's not very fun to watch.
That's facts. All right, real quick, we gave predictions to Grizzlies, Lakers. We gave predictions to Sixers, Nets. Bucks, Heat. I believe Giannis is back. I believe he's playing today. At least early indication shows that he'll be back. He'll be back today for Game 4. Game 3.
I'm going Bucks. Whether he plays or not, they're gonna put it on him again.
Even down in Miami.
Yep.
Giannis plays, Bucks easily. If they don't play, I'm going Miami. It's just I think it's just something about having your star in that first one. If this is Game 4 and they play down there, I lean Milwaukee. But being that first one back in Miami, that crowd gonna be hot, and I think just when you gonna need a timely bucket. But I don't know.
I just don't really trust Miami, man. I just don't trust them, bro. Like Jimmy, I trust Jimmy. I don't trust Bam. And the rest of those guys, dude, I don't know their names.
It's gonna be a Bam game.
Hopefully it is, man. I want to see Bam go out there and drop 25 and 13 or something crazy, but I just don't trust him.
That's fair. I mean, and honestly, he doesn't deserve the trust, but I think being back at the crib, this is gonna be a Bam game. Like I said, he's been lackluster so far as playoffs, but back at the crib, I think this will be his game.
Hope so, man.
And then, like I said, we already said Clippers, Suns. I said, well, obviously no Kawhi. This series is over. So
shout out Russell. Like I said, man, he's proven himself worthy of a roster spot on somebody's team, man.
Sure, that's facts. So
I know we always critical guys. I'm gonna show love when it's worthy too, man. He's been playing great.
That's facts. Shout out Russ. Look forward to seeing you somewhere in the league next year, brother.
Hopefully, man.
Hopefully in a better situation that suits you.
Yeah. Or hopefully come back to the Clippers and then they can find a spot for him because Kawhi is gonna be out all these games. It might not be a bad spot for him to stay in LA, because he'll be the number 2 at times, so most of the time, honestly, because one of them is gonna be missing.
That's facts. Him and PG reunite. Shit, run it back in OKC, just minus Melo.
Yeah, basically. It's gonna be the LA Thunder, man.
Facts. I said, man, got a full day of NBA ahead of y'all, ahead of us.
Game's tipping off here soon, man.
Very soon, very soon. Appreciate y'all tapping in with us. Once y'all get y'all NBA fix in, man, we got the huge mega fight tonight. Gervonta Davis versus Ryan Garcia. We gave our official predictions in episode 279, so make sure y'all go check that out. And right now, go to our IG and our YouTube, man. We got a poll. Who y'all think gonna win? Who y'all think gonna win the fight? So
tap in, man. Tap in.
But yeah, man, I'm about to possibly take a nap during these early games, so I can have them for the late night festivities.
You ain't gonna miss too much, man. Who played first?
Brooklyn, Philly.
Yeah. Take a nap, brother. It's gonna be a sleeper. It's gonna be a sleeper, man.
Honestly, I might just put it on and watch it so I can fall asleep. So.
Yeah, it's gonna be a sleeper, man. And then you got Clippers, Suns. He might want to watch the first quarter of that one, but after that, it's gonna be a sleeper too.
I'll set my alarm. I'll wake up maybe second half, third.
Yeah, I was looking. See how it's looking,
man. Open that eye. Oh, blow out. Let me continue.
KD got 30. Yeah. Book got 35. I'm going to take my sleep.
Yeah, exactly. And then I'll wake up second half. I'll be up fully second half.
Ready for the next game.
I know. That game could get ugly too. So
yeah, but I said it's gonna be a sleeper too, man. Just go sleep until 10 p.m. man. To Lakers Grizzlies. It's gonna be the best game of the day so far.
Oh yeah, of all games we got for sure. And
on paper, at least. On paper.
I'm just sleeping so I can stay up for the fight. That's all I'm going to do. But I appreciate y'all tapping in with us, man. Once again, make sure y'all give us a follow on everything down to the wire 513. Google is the best way to find us. That's where everything will pop up from our YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, all our previous shows, podcasts, and everything, man. Appreciate y'all as always. For the good brother, man, Flyman Rand, Josh Doc Evans, Lee Taryn Bland, down to the wire 513, man. Y'all enjoy y'all playoff Saturday.